Charlamagne just signed a media deal reportedly worth $200 million. But Dame Dash, Akademiks, Funk Flex, and Nicki Minaj have all questioned how independent he really is when Jay-Z is involved.
Is that a airplane shirt right now?
Paper planes, yeah. I wore CEO stuff.
Can I finish? No, I never seen it. Let me finish.
What you mean?
Let me see.
You gave us
Can I
CEO
talk?
stuff.
So I'm thinking to myself, either you got a crush on this man or he's paying you.
Why is the $200 million guy, you got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? Why are you playing defense for these people? Why is one of the greatest media personalities of all time now having to issue pro tips to a mid-level podcaster because he talked about the person who you claim you have no more business with other than the casino?
And Charlamagne's name actually appears on the Roc Nation in official New York casino paperwork. So what do the receipts really show? Start with what we can prove, the money. Forbes reported that Charlamagne signed a 5-year iHeart Media extension worth $200 million. iHeart confirmed the new deal, but it did not publicly confirm that price. So $200 million is a reported number, not a contract we've seen.
This is gonna upset some people.
Okay.
Just need people to know. The Breakfast Club Netflix situation
Yeah.
is a whole other situation than me re-signing.
That's
with iHeart.
not included in the iHeart deal?
Why would it be? But I don't know why people would think that the two deals are together. Like, that makes no sense.
Basically saying stop lowballing him is what he's saying.
Oh, wow.
That's what he's saying.
I didn't say that. I did not say that.
Still, Charlamagne has built a serious media business. The Breakfast Club, Brilliant Idiots, books, TV, and the Black Effect podcast network. Charlamagne says he owns 51%.
iHeart already believed in me as a talent. You know, they saw the vision that I had for the network, and they gave me something that a lot of these corporations don't give you: real ownership, real equity. I'm a 51% owner of the Black Effect podcast network.
And the Black Effect now has more than 60 shows. So if the theory is Jay-Z made Charlamagne rich, we need a receipt. And right now, I can't find one. iHeart's announcement lists the people who represented Charlamagne on the deal: CAA, his attorney, his financial advisors, Karen Kinney. You know whose name isn't there? Roc Nation. No Jay-Z, no Desiree Perez. That doesn't prove nobody ever spoke behind the scenes, but there is no public receipt showing Roc Nation got Charlamagne the $200 million deal. So where does the Jay-Z connection come from? Black Effect launched with iHeart in 2020. Years later, Charlamagne explained where the name came from.
You know, I named it Black Effect because of Jay-Z's song Black Effect.
Wow,
And
that's crazy.
I reached out to him to get the blessing to call it Black Effect.
That's crazy.
And the logo was Emery's guy that designed it. I said, yo, I want something like the Paper Planes logo. And Emery
that's dope,
plugged
man.
me in with his people.
Now stop right there. That does not mean Jay-Z owns Black Effect. Charlamagne says he owns 51%. iHeart is the joint venture partner, but it proves the relationship goes back further than the casino. The company sitting at the center of Charlamagne's media empire was literally inspired by Jay's work. That's a relationship, not control. Then we get to the receipt that made this argument a lot more interesting. Caesar's Palace Times Square was a proposed New York casino project involving Caesars, SL Green, and Roc Nation. Official New York gaming documents identify people helping the applicants pursue the license. On the Roc Nation, the filing lists Sean Carter, Desiree Perez, Alicia Keys, Angela Rye, and Leonard McKelvey. Charlamagne Tha God. His name is really there. And Charlamagne publicly supported the casino proposal.
Now,
And Times Square is needed. Times Square needs it. I don't care what y'all say.
a lot of people don't believe that though.
Well, I don't believe those people. What other bright idea they got?
I don't know, but I've
saying?
seen people push back against it.
Well, what else are you gonna do to revitalize Times Square? Times Square got Broadway, and what else?
So when critics said there was a Roc Nation business connection, that part was not made up.
The casino explanation was hilarious. Charlotte was like,
Yo, Ak. He's like, but I did tell people.
I said, Charlotte, yeah, you told people, AKA the info technically was out there, but for them to go find it, you know ain't nobody gonna find that bullshit. You know damn well. And then I said, well, why didn't you tell people on the radio?
Well, I didn't tell people on the radio.
This is his answer.
I didn't tell people on the radio
Because, and he admits, he says,
if the casino went through, he was gonna have equity.
okay. But he says,
I didn't tell people because technically I had nothing till it got approved. He said after it got approved, he was gonna tell people. I'm like,
oh, really?
But another set of documents deals with ownership. Jay-Z's affiliated investment group was positioned to own part of the project. Charlamagne, not listed as an owner. So the paperwork proves Charlamagne helped a Roc Nation backed effort pursue a casino license. It does not prove Roc Nation paid him. It does not prove he had casino equity. And it does not prove Jay-Z controls his opinions. This is where the paperwork meets the commentary. Dame Dash told Charlamagne to his face, I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z.
I've never heard you say one thing bad about Jay-Z, not one.
He's not in the room. You shouldn't talk about him.
Don't tell me what to do.
You said you shouldn't talk about men
Now
when you're not in the room.
you're interrupting me.
Now you're doing the girl stuff.
I know him. I'm giving you an example, right?
You used to know him.
Can I talk? You're upset. Can I talk?
I'm upset.
Can I talk? I've never seen you say one word, because you talk bad about a lot of people, but you never said one time. And you walk around with his face on your chest.
Then Akademiks accused Charlamagne of pushing Roc Nation talking points while criticizing Drake.
He's always hated on Drake. He hated on Drake back in 2011. He's never even changed up his stance.
Charlamagne's response?
It's the way he handled everything
He couldn't do
after
nothing.
the fact. Just keep putting out music. That's
Charlie.
it. He's Drake.
Charlie, he didn't. Everybody moved the goalpost. Yo, he need to take a break.
How?
Charlie, I heard you say it. Yo, he need to take a break.
I did think he needed to take a break musically.
Charlie.
Take a break, but I was saying that before the battle.
Akademiks openly supports Drake and even has an OVO chain. Fair point. Then Funk Flex accused Charlamagne of being too close to Jay.
You wanted validation. And what you did not realize, Charlamagne, is that boy Jay-Z right there, you ain't smarter than him. He's hustler from Brooklyn. You ain't never gonna outsmart him.
Ever.
And I know, Charlamagne, you was at your dinner table. Jay-Z really likes me. He likes my opinion. You was wearing that dirty Roc Nation hat I don't know how many days in a row. I thought it was a uniform. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. I'm not taking away from your accomplishments and what you do for people.
And Nicki Minaj went even more direct. After Charlamagne criticized her in 2025, Nicki called him a fraud and described him as Jay-Z's friend and business associate. That's Nicki's accusation, not proof. But now we have Dame, Akademiks, Funk Flex, Nicki, different people, same basic question. Why does Charlamagne seem to land on Jay's side so often? Then Jay-Z came back at Roots Picnic. His freestyle appeared to take shots at Drake, Nicki, Kanye, Dame, 4 people with very public issues involving Jay. Charlamagne's reaction, he called the verse devastating. And when people accused Jay of using Drake and Nicki for attention, Charlamagne defended him.
And some of these fan bases are ridiculous because all these individuals that he addressed have been talking about Jay for years on social media, talking about him for years on podcasts and interviews.
And
Jay hasn't said anything.
Nope.
But as soon as he does, people are like, he's using Drake for attention or he's using Nicki for attention. Like these folks haven't been talking about him forever.
That's a defensible opinion. But you can also understand why critics noticed it. Jay appears to go after people Charlamagne has already criticized. And Charlamagne explains why Jay was justified. But Kanye is where the theory gets weaker. Because Charlamagne was going at Kanye long before this current Roc Nation argument. Back in 2013, Charlamagne challenged Kanye directly on the Breakfast Club and told him he didn't like Yeezus.
Do you not like the reception Jesus has gotten? Because I didn't like the album at all. And I was a Kanye West fan.
Yeah.
But Jesus was whack to me.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. So what were you saying?
That was more than a decade before the casino paperwork became an issue. So is Kanye proof of a Jay-Z pattern? Maybe.
What is your problem with him? You won't speak up or speak out?
I don't even know what he's talking about.
Mr. Mental Health?
But I will say this. Why would he jump out there and make those claims against Jay-Z and not even know if they're true or not? Like, he doesn't even know who owns his catalog. He doesn't know
Which
who
is
makes
crazy.
money off his catalog. Kanye just be out here talking, lying for attention, and y'all eat it up.
Yesterday, there was a rumor that Jay-Z sold the masters to get his masters back, which was a rumor too, they said.
All of that is nonsense.
Or maybe Charlamagne simply has a long history of disagreeing with Kanye. That's why we can't just draw a line between everybody Jay has beef with and call it proof. There was also the 2024 sexual assault allegation against Jay. After the accuser publicly acknowledged inconsistencies in parts of her story, Charlamagne called the allegation BS.
Well, good for Hov. I'm glad Jay-Z responded just like that, because this has been going on for too long. It is a grift. These accusers go to these lawyers with all these salacious claims. The lawyer will put more sauce on the salacious claims. They reach out to your team and say, if you don't settle with us, we're going to go public with these claims. They'll tell you that they're going to hold a press conference. We're going to do interviews. And a lot of people settle because they don't want the bad press.
A few months later, the accuser voluntarily dismissed the lawsuit with prejudice. That does not mean a judge ruled the allegation false, but it does mean Charlamagne's skepticism came after documented inconsistencies had already surfaced. So was that Charlamagne protecting Jay or reacting to problems in the story? That's exactly why this isn't simple. There's one more reason people notice the difference. Old Charlamagne was brutal.
Being in your own head, because like I told you earlier, you are the poster child
Exactly.
for whack rappers. If they want to say somebody's whack, they say you. You know he's going to end up leaving you, right? The more
don't
famous
say
he
that.
gets.
That's not true.
You know?
All right, let's get on with the interview.
I don't know what you want me to do.
You can't do nothing. You can't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. You can't do nothing, big man. You can't do nothing, nigga. I know it's so fucking good.
Today's Charlamagne is more measured, less attack dog, more business, more mental health, more empathy. Charlamagne has explained that change himself: therapy, age, growth. So unless there's evidence Roc Nation caused that change, I'm not going to make that connection for him. People change. That alone isn't a receipt. So does Roc Nation control Charlamagne? The receipts don't prove it. We found no public evidence Roc Nation negotiated the reported $200 million iHeart deal. No evidence Jay-Z owns Black Effect. No evidence Charlamagne received casino equity. And no payment showing Roc Nation paid Charlamagne to defend Jay. But the other side isn't completely imagining the relationship either.
And by the way, you want to know the ironic reason why Charlamagne called me that one time, guys? Because he said, because I compared Jay-Z, who do I always compare Jay-Z to? Trump, right? What did Roc Nation say I was spreading?
Fake news.
What does Trump say the world is spreading?
Fake news.
They the same people, bro. They trying to get their nut off, and if you in their way, they gonna get you. By the way, I'm a fan. I didn't know I was in the way. I thought I was helping.
Charlamagne named Black Effect after Jay's work. He says he got Jay's blessing. His name appears on the Roc Nation in official casino paperwork. He publicly supported that project, and multiple people in hip-hop media believe his commentary changes when Jay is involved. So here's where the receipts stop. The relationship is real. The pattern is real enough to question, but coordination, that remains unproven, because influence doesn't always come with an invoice. Sometimes it's business, sometimes it's friendship, sometimes it's assets, and sometimes you genuinely agree with somebody. The paperwork can't tell us which one this is. Charlamagne reportedly has a $200 million iHeart deal. He says he owns 51% of Black Effect, and we still couldn't find a receipt showing Roc Nation pays him. But the Jay-Z connection is clearly real. So what do you think? Is Charlamagne giving his honest opinion, or has his relationship gotten close enough that questioning his independence is fair? For more investigations into the money behind the claim, subscribe and tap in. I'm out of here.